Radar is about connecting kids to community.
It's about youth that are off the radar.
It's kind of like a buddy system. You take like a handful of kids that in a normal school would be considered troubled kids, and you bring them here and all of a sudden like they're doing good and they're not troubled kids anymore. I think it's pretty cool.
Through the Strengthening Families Initiative, we did a mini research project, and we were able to identify that there was 230 individual youth between the ages of 13 and 15 that were going to the emergency shelters just in one school year. So it was a shocking figure, and once we found that out, we were able to use that to convene a response to that issue, and that's what grew into Radar.
Shay was one of the first to join Radar. For her, it was a way to get her life back on track.
The first time I was in a shelter, I gotten off a bus, and I had never spent a night over in Calgary, not even a friend's house. Like, I didn't know Calgary at all. I didn't know downtown, and it's rough. It is. The lifestyle is really rough. I'll admit that I wasn't into the greatest stuff at the time, and that's why it was so hard to commit to coming here, because I had gotten into some illegal stuff. I had started trafficking like big portions of stuff.
When Shay came, she was on the streets, living in shelter to shelter. She also was living at the drop-in center. She had really no stable living environment. What we've seen in the length of time that we've had Shay is that she now is in a stable home. She's here on a regular basis. Her behavior is changed. She's now a child.
As much as it's just a school, to me it's a little bit more than that, because I mean, like, my teachers are great. Like, I look at my teachers like good friends of mine. When we're not really just doing work, we have like a lot of talks and stuff, and it's just, I think that this program's kind of good because you can have those relationships, and it's, you know, like, and they're really understanding.
A large portion of the youth crime occurs during the school hours, so we know that those youth probably aren't going to school.
Before coming to Radar, Brandon was heading toward a life of drugs and violence.
I was living out in Cranbrook with my mom, and I know she's a single mom, and she works a lot. She owns a restaurant and a sports lounge out there, so she was never really home, so I could kind of just run free, and kind of got into a little bit of trouble with fighting and whatnot, and me and my dad thought it'd be a better fit maybe if I came back here. So we did, and they figured Radar would be the better place for me.
When Brandon came in, he was a little shy with us. He was very, very quiet about himself. He's now come to share with us his successes with his addictions. When he has a slip up, he can come in and say, I screwed up last night. Every day that he's clean, it's a success for us and a success for him, and we celebrate those successes.
The teachers here are real understanding, and they'll sit there and talk with you when you're having a bad day, so that helps a lot too, because the biggest thing was not having somebody to talk to.
Radar has already helped Shay and Brandon, and it sees every challenge as an opportunity for success.
The idea of Radar is not to create a destination, a place where kids go to school or go to be successful, but instead we try to create a process by which kids can reconnect with the supports that will allow them to grow up healthy and strong.
If this program wasn't here, I'd probably still be where I was at. My dad and my mom are really proud of me.
Radar wouldn't be here without the United Way.